What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Hold on 1 second. Hype y'all up a little bit. Okay. What's going on? I hope y'all doing well. I'm going to take this off my head in a second. No worries. I'm just going to leave this hat on. It's Friday, so happy Friday. I know y'all been seeing the last couple of videos I've been putting out, and all my videos have been behind, so I actually have not recorded anything in about a week almost, I would say. So all the videos that y'all just seen was from last week. I did take time off because I was just sick and not feeling well. And, you know, it still was the basic stuff I had to do. Take mama to her doctor, go to my doctor, take Phillip to his. Same basic stuff, homework, that kind of thing. Because, you know, life doesn't change no matter what. It just don't. And I don't want to rant. I promise y'all I'm not going to rant. But I just have days that I'm like, and I read all y'all comments. I got to go back and give all y'all hearts. I know I'm not going to be able to comment back to everybody. So I'm just doing a broad comment. I'm going to thank everybody for all of their thoughts and prayers for Mama, myself, and Phillip. And I appreciate y'all being so kind and just caring, you know, caring the way that y'all do. So, yeah. Put this back in your bag. Get your pencil, off that couch. You in it yet? Not yet. Well, you need to start eating. Because it's 6:20 and I still got to brush your hair. So, yeah, like I just, these days that I'm like, being a parent is so rewarding. I love it. I do. I love it. Y'all know how I feel about my kids. Y'all know how I feel about my family. But it's so many days that you still feel unappreciated. And I was talking to my mama about this a couple of days ago. And I know that, you know, my mama, she'll thank me every time I take her to the doctor. Like I tell her she don't have to, but she do. The kids will thank me for things. Like, all of them thank me for stuff. And I don't mean unappreciated that way. So some of you guys may understand. Some of y'all may not. So it's not that kind of unappreciated when people don't say thank you. It's just like, I think a lot of times, as a parent, we're taken for granted. And not just a parent. It can be as a wife, as a girlfriend, whatever. And I know a lot of guys feel like they're taken for granted. So it's not just females. It's men, people. We're males and females and women and men, period. Men and women, period, can feel like they're taken for granted. And it's like, I get up every day and do the same thing that I know I have to do, whether I feel well or not. If it's a bad day or if it's a really bad day. Because a lot of you guys that's new do not know my health journey. I'm a 2-time breast cancer survivor, thyroid cancer survivor, and I have Graves' disease and lupus. So I got a lot that I still fight every day. That's still in my body to where I ache, I hurt, and I just don't feel well. I have a lot of issues with my eyes to where I'm blind in one eye and I can barely see out the other. And I mean legally blind in one eye, and I cannot see out my other eye. And because of my Graves' disease, it caused it. I have a lot of heart issues because of that and other stuff. And it's days that I don't even want to get out the bed. It's days that I don't even want to open my eyes because I'm either hurting that bad or it's more mental because of the pain that I feel. So I just pray on it, give it to God, and I ask Him for the strength, and I get up and keep going. Y'all know that. You might not my newbies, but my oldies know that I get up and still go when I don't feel well because I have obligations to my mama and to Phillip. And I say Phillip because he's my youngest. Did you put your medicine on? You put enough? Okay. And I know a lot of new people, they'll ask, why am I always just talking about Phillip? How old are my other kids? My oldest kids are grown. 28, 26, 23, and my youngest daughter is 21. Reante and Alisha are the only two that's here. Reante is 26, Alisha is 21. Talia lives in her own place with her fiance. Deontay lives with his own place. And it's like I do what I do for them, but I don't have obligations to do for them because they're adults. They have their own job. They got their own lives. As a mother, I'm always going to be there, and that goes without saying. Y'all know that. Y'all see it. But I have to do for Phillip because he's 11 and he can't do stuff on his own. So if I'm saying whatever, it's because he's my youngest child that I have at home. So of course you'll hear his name mentioned more than the others. I may talk about Riante on a video more than the rest because if she's in that video with me and she's helping me that day, that's who I'm going to talk about. But I'm not going to sit there and talk about my other kids if they're not here. And I don't mean in a bad way, but I don't have to mention every last one of my children in every single video because they're adults. I don't even mention Phillip in every video that I do. I buy clothes for Phillip because he's my youngest and my only obligation. I don't have to go buy clothes for my grown kids. I mean, how many of y'all got kids that's in their mid-20s, 30s, and 40s that y'all go buy school clothes for? Come on now. Like, they buy their own stuff. If I go out and I see something I like for them, I get it. If I'm thrifting and I see something I like for them, I get it. But again, it's because I choose to do not out of obligation. I did that all their life as a single parent. I didn't have their dad there. I did it. And so once they became an adult, it was a little bit less load off of me. But emotionally, spiritually, and all that, my kids are always going to be my kids no matter what age. And y'all, the intelligent people know that. It's just the ignorant ones that kind of fly by the wayside. But they do come, y'all. I promise they come. And I'm not speaking on it. I know I don't have to discuss it. But when you get that question asked a lot, I start to think, well, maybe they're new. And they don't understand that Phillip is my only youngest child at home. So, but like I said, my obligation is to him and my mama. And everything else I do for my entire household. But when I get times that I get sick to where I can't do anything physically sick, I tell them all, I just need y'all to pitch in and do y'all part. Because I'm going to do what I got to do every day. But when I can't, I need y'all to do it. I don't have to ask anybody to start laundry. I don't have to ask anybody to wash. I don't have to ask anybody to sweep, anybody to mop, anybody to just clean their own mess, vacuum the floor. Those are things that have to be done every day, every other day. So I shouldn't have to ask that. So I get aggravated if I'm down for a couple of days from being sick and I see that it's not getting done and I come in here and I'm like, what the heck? And I know it's not my youngest doing it. It's just from everyday people utilizing kitchens and living rooms. And I'm like, they weren't going to vacuum today? Like, they weren't going to bleach down this today? And I don't say anything, it just be in my head. And it's like, boy, as soon as I get up and start doing it, it's like, oh, I was going to do it, or you could have asked me. I don't have to ask you. And this is not one particular person. This is just in general. And I'm like, and I get aggravated. And so I just stop. I done got to the place that I stop talking about it. I don't say nothing about it. When I get better, I just do it. And then when I hear, oh, I would have did that, or you could have asked me, I ignore it and keep going. And or half the time, I just do it on my own, even if I'm sick. So when you guys be saying, you need to get help, I know. Trust me. And like my daughter Riante, I tell you again, I say this all the time. She works 2 jobs. She works at the school and she works at a restaurant. She's gone majority of the day. When that child come home, she's tired, and I know she is. When she's off, she'll help do everything, and she'll do everything. She'll run any errands we need, and all of that. And I'm not throwing it on my daughter Alisha, but she'll be one of the ones that'll say, all you had to do was ask me, Mama. I didn't know you needed me to do this. And I'm like, and bless her heart. Bless her heart. Bless her heart. And I know everybody mind thinks different. And she does work. She works from home. And I get that everybody, like I said, everybody thinks differently when it comes down to certain things. That's why I always say Riante is kind of like the second mama bear. She just knows what has to be done. And some people, they're just like that. You have grown adults that may not realize, I need to clean my kitchen today. I need to sweep. They'll wait till stuff pile up and then they'll clean. So if you got grown adults with children that'll do that, imagine a 21-year-old that don't. They mind just don't. Everybody's not going to think like you think. And I had to acknowledge that. Everybody is not going to do like I do. Everybody's not going to think like I think. Out of all my kids, Riante is the one that's most like me. Because, and I'm not saying anal, but she like things done a certain way, in a certain order, and cleaned a certain way. And that's how I am. I'm sorry about that. I had to go. Go ahead and put my cocoa butter on my face. I know my nose was peeling because all I've been doing is blowing it. Say good morning.
I'm waiting.
So yeah, and I have days that I'd be like, I feel like Florida Errands. Y'all remember on Good Time when she just was fed up because everybody was asking her to do stuff and she wasn't really feeling her best. And she went to that meeting with Willona. That's how I feel. And it's like, oh my goodness, like, and like I said, I know we are appreciated as parents, but it's like when you cook, that's just kind of like if you cook every single day, and the one day you don't cook, what's the first thing they're gonna say? You didn't cook today? Like it's just, but you be thinking that you do right by your family by doing, you know, what you're supposed to do as a mom, but then it's like it's not that you spoil, it's not the thing of spoiling them. It's just as a woman, you gonna keep your house up. You know what I mean? And that's me. Like as a woman, I'm gonna keep up my house. I don't care when I was younger, and all my oldest kids was younger than Phillip coming up. I always kept my house up. Like that's something that I just do. I don't think about it. I keep my house clean. I cook. I do those basic things that I was brought up. You know that my mom and grandmother brought me up to do. Brought me up doing that. You know. So I don't think twice about it. I do it. I get up. I clean. Come on. And even if I don't feel well, I still don't want nothing around me to be dirty. So that's why I do what I do, even when I'm not feeling my best. But like I said, it just be days that I'm like, man, y'all can help something. But don't wait for me to ask y'all. Because like I said, you know what they say. Like I said, I already done said it. Y'all know the term. All you gotta do is ask me. No, I don't have to ask you. You just need to know that you gotta do it. I don't have to ask you. Like I don't have to ask you to take a bath. Now when Phillip come home from school, I tell him everything I need him to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes.
I tell everything I need him to do. I tell him. Because like I said, he's the youngest. So I'm gonna give him, he has rules and instructions on what I'm needing from him every day. You know, and he's used to it, so he does it. It's like, he's like, okay, Mom, I know. Or he was like, yeah, I know I got to plug up my computer because it's repetitive. So he know what he has to do. And
Mom,
then,
it's okay if I wear a jacket on a long sleeve t-shirt, right?
You don't need both. If you put on a long sleeve t-shirt, you're not wearing no hoodie. It don't be that freezing. Now, I get it be cold. I understand. But you're not wearing a long sleeve shirt and jacket. Because it will get hot. And my thing is, I don't want you to get too hot to where you end up getting sick because y'all going from the air conditioning to the heat.
I'm not going to wear it. I'm just like putting it on for like certain times of the day.
What kind
like
of
when we're like,
oh, you mean
just
a
like
hoodie?
a regular hoodie. Yeah, that's what I'm talking
I guess.
About. Like my Champions or Adidas hoodie.
Okay, well, I tell you what, when you go outside or go to PE,
yes, I will take it off.
Yeah, so that's my thing. I'm gonna braid his hair this weekend. I supposed to have braided it up. You know, I supposed to have braided it up the last 2 days.
I had to pop these palms in my head.
The what?
Face.
Let me see. I can't see that.
I popped 2.
Have you been putting your medicine on it?
Not in a while.
That's just coming from you being at school and you sweating. When you're supposed to put your medicine, you're supposed to clean your face. I know you're busy cleaning everything else, but you got to clean your face and put your medicine on.
I have been forgetting to clean my face.
Well, you got to put your medicine on and clean your face every day. Okay?
Okay.
Don't forget.
I cannot wait until I get these glasses tightened.
Well, you getting some new ones. And if you don't clean your face every day, guess who's going to do it? Thank you. Okay, go. Okay, y'all. Now, we can finish this little conversation since I'm done. Sorry I had to be, we're not interrupted, but my eyes are watering, so y'all please forgive that. But I'm down here with Mama waiting on Phillip got on the bus safely and everything. It's Friday, so I'm so glad I can I say rest, but I got work. Like I told you, I got stuff to catch up with. I did get in touch with my boss, and I have until Sunday evening, so that's good. But what I was saying earlier to you guys, I left my ring and everything home. I just put this hat on and left out. Today I did, but. And like I said, I want to be clear, and I know I don't have to do this, but sometimes you just want to talk. You want to be able to talk to, like, y'all my family. Y'all are my family, and sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, okay? And I talk to God every day, all day. But he put people in your life for a reason and a purpose. And it's not telling my business or nothing, because y'all know I don't do that. And so, like me and Mama was talking on the way here, and like I told her, and every child is different. It does not make them wrong. It's no comparison. They're just different. And not everybody is going to do like you do. That's just like me. Errands is a lot like me in the way we clean and how we do stuff, because we're so on the anal side of how we like things. But my mama is the same way. My grandmother was the same way. I'm finding that Talia is starting to be like that now that she's in her own home. But when Talia was younger, child, she was the biggest tomboy in the world. That child would just throw clothes away around like a boy. They'd be all on her floor. And I'm like, child, you are not a boy. Don't do that. But she's so precise now because she's in her own home. When she was away at college, she had her own apartment. Same with Riante. When she was in college, she was at the dorm, and then she ended up getting her an apartment with her friends. And Alisha, she was in her own dorm room. And she was there for a year. Y'all remember when she went away to school, and then a pandemic hit her sophomore year. So she came back home. And she cleans her room. She cooks for herself. She does her own laundry. She does everything for herself. But that's just it. She does everything for herself. So in her head, if you need me to do something, all you have to do is ask me. And there's nothing wrong with that, because a lot of people are like that. Some people just don't initiate doing stuff that's not for them. They want you to ask. And like I said, it's nothing at all wrong with that. So I can't be in my head like I'm upset because you won't just take the initiative to do. Because like I said, some people are just that way. And that's just understanding everybody. Everyone is different. And my brother is like that. My brother would do anything in the world for you. Anything, but you have to ask him, because he'd be like, I can't read your mind. I don't know what you need me to do. And me, I'm the type, like, I'm going to ask you, do you need me to do anything? Or I'm just going to do it for you. Like, I'm going to ask, and I'm going to just assume and do stuff. But my brother, like I said, he'll do whatever he got to do for you, but he definitely prefer you to ask him. Because, and then like he said, I've been having a lot on my mind. So a lot of times I don't think what you got going on at the house. So he'll do it for you. You just have to ask. And that's how Alisha is. She'll do it. You just got to ask her. And like I said, there's nothing at all wrong with that. And I know, like, when I start feeling better and I go to cleaning, I want to deep clean everything again, because y'all know I deep clean, and I mean deep clean, to where I'm bleaching, wiping down walls, all that stuff. I do that twice a week. I've always done that twice a week, wiping down the kitchen walls, living room, all of that, because germs are here. They're around. But then I spot clean every single day. I'll wipe down countertops. I'll do all of that stuff. Sweep, vacuum. I'll do whatever I have to do daily. Like you keep normal housekeep. But like I said, I'll deep clean twice a week, sometimes 3, if that's what it takes. But again, I can't expect everybody to be like me. I can't expect everybody to want to do that, because I do it. Because I know a lot of times it can be overwhelming. But I do it not because I don't have nothing to do, but I'm going to be honest with y'all. Like I told Mama E, when I go to cleaning, I turn my Pandora on. I'll either put on my gospel music or my old school R&B, and I'm just in my zone. You know, I'm talking to God, and that's my time with him, you know, and it works for me. So I don't want to be bothered. I don't want nobody to just disturb me. I be in my zone, and it helps me. And everybody has something, you know, everybody has that thing that they do that works for them. So, and I think everybody is just used to that, you know, the household is used to that. So it's not that they don't want to help me. It's just they're just used to me doing what I do every day. So when I'm sick and I'm home and when I'm sick and I'm in bed and I'm not doing it, it's like a jolt for them. Like, oh, my mama sick. Because most of the time when I am sick, people won't know I'm sick. I have to truly be at the point that I can't take it no more, that I rest. Because other than that, I keep going. And I know that's not good on my body, especially because of my health issues. My mama physical therapist even talked to me outside the other day, like I told y'all, and he was like, Alisha, you have to rest. He said, because you got a lot going on with your health, your son does, and Miss Margaret does. And you're taking care of yourself and them too. And if you don't rest, your body is going to fail when they okay. And I know he's right. I know this. And like I told him, being in the medical field, nurses, doctors, all of us, physical therapists, we make the worst patients in the world. Anybody in the medical field make the worst patients in the world because we know what has to be done, but because we're caregivers for someone, whether our parents, our family, our patients, we on go mode. And it takes a strong person to be a caregiver, whether that's your job, whether it's your profession, your career, or just what you do out, because everybody can't do it. Everybody cannot care for somebody. So those that do, they definitely have, because it's hard. But like I said, we make the worst. People who are empathetic, people who are caregivers and nurturers, we truly do make the worst patients, because we know we have to take care of ourselves. We know we have to do for ourselves. We know all of that, but it's just so hard, like, because it's like your mind is always on go mode. Like, I have to do this. I have to take care of them. I have to do this. I have to clean. I have to cook. But it'll hit you, and when it hits you, it's like, okay, you need to sit your behind down. You ain't got to do nothing. So, and I know this. I've said this. I've been through this so many times. And I'm getting so much better at it. Because if you guys know me from before, I was the worst at taking my own advice. But it's like now I had to tell myself, the Lord had to humble me. And I had to tell myself, Alisha, you need to give yourself some grace. And I say that all the time. Alisha, because I kid y'all not, this was a couple of weeks ago. I felt like it was that glass, that very fragile piece of glass. If it fell on the floor, it was going to break. That's where I was. And I was in the tub and I was just crying because I was like, when my mama first got sick and everything was like going like this with her, I didn't just take the time to just cry and deal with it. It was like, okay, this is the card that mama has been dealt, and you got to take care of her. You got to do what you got to do. You're going to put your big girl panties on. You're not going to worry about what else is going on in the world. You're going to take care of mama. You're going to make sure Phillip taken care of. And it's like, that was my obligation. My youngest son and my mama. It was no questions, no nothing. That's what I had to do. And that's what I did with no questions asked. And it's like, I still forgot about me along the way. And I just did what I had to do for myself in sections. So it's like I didn't allow myself to feel. I cried a few times, but it wasn't a real cry. It wasn't a real cry at all. It wasn't a release. And it's like when it finally had hit me, child, it hit me and I broke. And then I heard the Lord's voice tell me to give yourself some grace. Give yourself grace. And I did. And I say that to myself as a reminder all the time. I had to tell my oldest son, Deontay, that yesterday because he was sick and he missed 2 days of work. And he said he felt so bad, and because he felt like he was being lazy and letting his coworkers down. And I said, son, look, you have the right to take days off. That's not your business. That's just your job. It's not even your career. That's your job. And if you're sick, you need to take off. When you're sick, you need to take off because you need time to heal, for one, and you don't want to get anyone else sick, and you at a restaurant. So I was like, you need to stop being so hard on yourself and blaming yourself, and you got to give yourself that grace. And I can tell him that now because I'm telling myself that, and I'm doing it. I was talking to my sister Cecilia, and I was talking to Tawana, and I was telling them that, like, I know where I'm at in my life right now, and it was something about turning, making this birthday this year. I already knew it. I've been knowing it for years, but it was like once that next day hit, it was like God just, I don't know, like he just stuck his hand into my soul, or it just kind of feel like God just gave me a second life. He gave me that breath of me having a second life. I know it does not make sense, but I'm telling y'all, like, I gave you this life, and I need you to use it the way that I see you, the person that I see you. Not as a mama, not as a daughter, not as a wife, not as a sister, not as an aunt, not as a friend, but the person I made you to be. And when you do that, everything for everybody else is going to fall into place. And for me to be able to know that makes so much sense. Ooh, y'all, bless her heart. Now, Mama say, me and Riri gotta go run to Walmart. I gotta get some potatoes. I had said that earlier for Mama. She want to make some stew. And I'm like, Mama, you need anything else? She wants some of them devil food cookies. But Nabisco don't carry that brand unless it's seasonal. Like a lot of their stuff, now it's seasonal, sadly. Or you order them online. So I'm trying to find her some that's just like it, with the soft cookie. Because that's what she wants. She want more of like a soft cookie type. So I'm going to try to find her some in the store. And I was like, hey, Mama, you don't want nothing else? I can't think. Now, her physical therapist and me done told her, carry your cane around with you. Because on your days you got radiation, you're going to be weak. I thought she had a cane because she came and got her little fast self in the car before I made it down here. And I didn't realize she didn't have it. And then she trying to get out the car. I say, Mom, you ain't got your cane. No, I ain't bring it. And so poor Riri had to help her get up the step. You know why? Because she didn't bring her cane. What are you doing? Just always on the phone. That Riri, y'all, she ride with. This is the car. I got to get my tires balanced. I want to go to CJ's and get me a biscuit. Because I'm hungry. I'll wait. But I'm like, bless her little heart. I said, my mom. We be having to stay on her about that cane. But we don't want her to fall. Lord knows we don't. So I'm going to go run to Walmart, get this stuff I got to get. Come back home. I guess I'll give y'all a little haul. I'm going to be on my husband this time. Your mama going to take a break. My wallet going to take a break this month. My wallet going on vacation. Y'all a haul. Because they probably think I just abandoned them on that other channel. And then I'm going to go inside. Well, after I finish that all, I'm going to take me a long hot bath and just relax. Just relax. But I'll be back, y'all.